friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Pam. I do videos on making your life just delicious for very little money. So today I have a much overdue stockpile update. I'm going to show you where my stockpile is at, and I'm going to show you that with you having the knowledge that I have not couponed in about 6 months. At some point, I think I might have gone to CVS just out of boredom and maybe picked up a few things. I know at one point I did one of the spend 20, get $10 back just to get some paper towels because I don't have any of those in my stockpile. Like, I currently don't even have paper towels. That's how shitty of a couponer I've been. I may not have been the most on-the-ball couponer, but I did realize at some point that I have too much stuff. There's too much. I'm never gonna get through it all. I'm gonna end up throwing a ton of stuff out. So I really didn't want to do that. I ended up packing up a very large box. I took that down to the women's shelter last fall, and I've actually got another box going right now for the same place. I also like to have a little extra on hand to give to friends and family because, you know, if somebody's stressing about money or something, I really like to be able to just bring them over, you know, a bag full of stuff and be like, here, you don't have to buy razors for a few weeks. It's the little things in life, right? I do have a little bit more than what a minimalist would find necessary, but I do like to consider this a bit of a minimalist stockpile. Don't have a ton of stuff. I don't need a ton of stuff. And as much as I do love clearance shopping and I love being prepared for like everything, and the notion of stockpiling appeals to me on so many levels. But I had to face facts. I'm in an apartment. I have a small amount of space. It was kind of time to stop shopping and live off the stockpile for a while. So if you're a couponer and you're feeling a little burned out or you're feeling a little overwhelmed by your stockpile and the amount of stuff you have, I definitely encourage you to take a little break. Live off your hard work. Like, you did all this work to build your stockpile. So if you need a break, take one. Like, take one. All right. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to take you through the stockpile. I'm going to try to keep this not too long. But I do want to give you a really good visual of like just what it looks like and how I keep it stored in my pretty small apartment. So let's go. Okay, so I will get you guys started off at the, the display area. This is where everything that we kind of need as we go is stored. I used to have my entire stockpile over here, but it was just getting too messy, too crazy. You know, my dining room is right here because of poor apartment design. My refrigerator is right here. And my laundry pile's right there. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, this was sort of visible, you know, while you're in the living room. And I don't want to advertise that I have a stockpile necessarily any more than I already do with my YouTube channel. But anyway, so this is the main epicenter of the stockpile right here. Up here, we've got, this is just a Dollar Tree basket, I think. That's not actually dirty. I don't know what that is and it won't come off. We've got some lotion in here. I'm definitely slowly coming down to my last few bottles of these little guys that we used to get for super cheap all the time. But I have some big guys here. This is the one with the SPF. I use this a lot in the summertime when like body parts are actually exposed. Here in New England, we don't expose our body parts until at least late June. Unless you're one of those weird shorts all the time, guys. These were on clearance at Rite Aid last year. I don't know if they actually do anything, but here they are. And then I got this at CVS. This stuff is great. So down here, I've just got this sideways milk crate, super fancy. We're a very high class joint here. And that is holding all of the body wash. Remember how terrible these were? I still have these. I think it was Amy that was making fun of me for not having gotten rid of these yet, but somebody did. Anyway, so I have some body wash in here. We've got the fellas side over here. Just the regular soft soap in here. I think there's a dial, yeah, dial back there. And then just some Aveeno and some Nivea. I prefer the Aveeno, so I got to stock up a little bit on that. But, you know, if I don't have it, it's no big deal. I have all this other stuff. These are some of those sunscreen lotions that are currently open. I don't use them every day anymore because sometimes I don't even leave my house. I work for myself. So I don't use those a ton, so those stay here instead of in the bathroom where I would keep the lotion that I use every single day. Don't mind my rundown bathroom. We've got the toothpaste section. I actually have another container of toothpaste here. I gave a lot away because a lot of it was coming up within 6 months of expiring, and that was making me nervous, so I got rid of a lot of it. Brought some to my mom, got some to the shelter, gave some to friends. And here, these ones all expire in the next like 6 months or so. These Colgate Whites were the first toothpaste that I got for free. Remember they had the coupons in the boxes and stuff? We gotta use those up pretty quickly. I don't really mind using things like a month or so after expiration. I don't think it's a big deal. And then here we've got some Listerines that I got for free, but then just a travel toothpaste here. This came in the mail, Colgate. If you sign up for Colgate's emails, a lot of times they will send you little sample toothpaste, and those are great for travel too. So just got some body scrubs over here I'm working on. I have one more of these left. I had 4 of them. This is down to my last 2 things of makeup wipes, so that is definitely something I want to fill up on. I have some skin masks over there I have some sheet masks over here from Garnier. Those are nice. This is my feminine care section. This is all I have left right now, so this will seem like a lot to normal people, but to a couponer this is like you're almost out. So I need to go pick up some more of that stuff, but that's what I got right now. And then here is the face wash section here. I use this. This is my go-to. I haven't used that particular kind of it yet, but I have that as well. I also really like the Simple Micellar Water, and the Lumine Micellar Water is pretty great too. Haven't used that yet. Don't like that. Same with this, but my daughter likes those. And my daughter likes these Aveeno cleansers, so those are hers as well. So I do go to a salon to get my hair done, so don't use a lot of hair dye, but I do like to keep a couple of my root color around just in case, you know, I come upon hard times and I can't afford the salon. I probably had, I don't know, 45 boxes of hair dye, and I mean, it was just sitting there. I couldn't sell them, I couldn't give them away. So I ended up donating pretty much all of them. My daughter uses different colors. She likes to change her hair a lot, so I keep a few on hand in the other room for her, but those are just, that's it for me. Then I've got some man hair stuff here. We've got some spray leave-in conditioners here. And then I've got these 2 things of Gliss hair masks. These are pretty good. I don't mind those at all, actually. And down here is the soap. So that is the last of my hand soap down here. This is an extra shower cap, and these 2 Walgreens Sport sunblocks I got for free, and they are still good until next summer. So I'm going to hold on to those for next year. And then we just have some bar soap down here, which I don't use a lot of. My skin gets really dry, but I like the idea of just having that. That's going to sit. It's not going to go bad. If we ever need soap, it's there. And a lot of times I will give it away. So swinging over here, we have some of my preferred shampoos and conditioners, as well as hairsprays. So these are all my Nexus. This is what I prefer to use. I have some Gliss in here because I haven't tried this kind yet, so eventually I'm going to give that a shot. I don't expect I'll like it more than the Nexus, but I want to try it. And then some Tresemme Keratin, which is surprisingly decent, and I also have some heat spray, and then just some backup hairsprays. I really like the Garnier hairsprays. I don't know how awful for your hair they are, but they are very flexible, touchable. You know, I wear my hair down, so. Up here we have the medicine basket, you know, not too big. This has been the thing I have found that it has expired and gotten thrown out the most is medicine. So I would encourage you not to stockpile too much of this kind of stuff. I also have this one over here. So over here, this is more the painkillers, cold medicines. I got some more sunblock in here. This is also where we keep the heating pad, but it's in the other room because I was using it. So I have this little guy here, and this is a lot of wound, first aid, soothing, something's irritating me solutions in here. My son, I'm gonna go ahead and say my son did that. And we've got some eye drops. I actually had to get rid of a box of these because they expired before I even got a chance to open it. Super pissed about that. Not gonna buy any more of those until I'm almost done with the bottles that I have. Remember these little guys we got for free at CVS? I've given away quite a few of these. I have one in each car, you know, there's one in my backpack, like, and then I've got 3 here, so. So here is my overflow of toothbrushes and toothpaste. Like I said, I've only got these 3 little backups for, you know, that have 2020 expirations. And then we're gonna work our way through those in the meantime. And then I just have some toothbrushes. These were free at some point, or like $1 or something. These are things that I would feel comfortable the next time I go couponing. If there's free toothpaste, I'll probably get one container, you know, because that'll probably have a 2021 expiration. Since we're just kind of down to like your basic bitch toothbrushes, I think that I would be okay with if, you know, some good ones go on sale, I'll pick some up. So yeah, that's this little section right here. So like I said, not a ton of stuff, probably still more than I need in some cases. And then here's a little ratchet home organization tip here. I took this here, this is like the pole that's supposed to go in my son's closet for clothes, but you know, he doesn't hang clothes, he puts toys in there. So I took this pole and I used the top of the door jambs to hold up this homemade photography reflector to keep my paper products, because I have a very tall ceiling and they don't fall because they're pretty light. But as you can see, I'm only down to one. So guess what else your girl's got to get? There actually might be another one up there. Sometimes I can't see. The other day I knocked a paper towel down. I didn't know that I had because it was up there. So yeah, that's kind of my ratchet home organization. Let's go to the next room. Here is the secondary storage unit I have in my house. This is located in the room where I put all the rabbit stuff and just furniture that I don't know what to do with yet. So this is a bit of a storage room in here in general. I'm actually working on redoing it. So when it's all done and looks fancier, I'll probably do like a stockpile update in the spring. This right here is less stockpile, more just craft supplies, office supplies, things like that. I'm a knitter. I do some embroidery and stuff like that. So this is just sort of where I'm holding on to that stuff. This is actually a whole container of incense because I like to burn incense. So I have a whole bunch that I've collected over the years. So I keep them in that container there. And in here, I just have some light bulbs, just have some backup light bulbs in there. That's all that whole entire container is. It's not very interesting. Like I said, I kept a few hair dyes in some colorways that my daughter likes. So those live back there right now. And then we come down to the second to last shelf. So in here is just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. This is actually my little seed collection. I have some of those Dollar Tree wildflower seeds. So I have a few extra light bulbs in here. Those are just chilling. Here's some extra tape. And then these are all the Dr. Scholl's inserts that I got for free from Rite Aid. I have a hard time getting them into shoes, so I may actually end up giving them away after all of that. But they're there. So I have an extra laundry hamper in here. And the other thing I have a bunch of in here are hand warmers. I got these on clearance last year at Rite Aid, so those will come in handy this year if we ever get any snow and end up going out sledding. So, and then in here, these are photographs. I just keep loose pictures in there. Same with this. This is actually, this box has my old bullet journals and some photos. Back to the stockpile. Okay, so in this container, these are all razors, which is like a landfill nightmare, but if you don't like paying for razors, it is a beautiful sight. Before I started couponing, I did the Dollar Shave Club, which I think is actually really fantastic. Hashtag not sponsored, but if they want to sponsor me, I will totally vouch for them because God, I loved that service. But after a while, I figured out how to get razors for pretty much free. So that's a little better than, you know, $7 a month, $3 a month. And then these containers were actually clearanced at Dollar General, so that came in handy. And in this little hat box over here, I have my deodorants. So again, this is something I don't need any more of. If I see Dove on sale, I may grab more Dove and then rotate out some of the other stuff that I don't like as much. So I have enough for right now. I go through deodorant pretty slowly. So I've got a whole container there, so we don't need to worry about deodorant. That is not something that I will have to restock. Okay, next up, another dollar store container. This is my backup makeup, and I just went through this recently and got rid of a ton of stuff. It actually used to come like up to here. Again, I donated it to the women's shelter and gave it away. And then I tried to keep mostly the stuff that I really like. This is my favorite mascara, so anytime this is on sale, I will buy this. I've got an extra of my favorite top coat. This was actually on clearance at Rite Aid. Got that for like $2. It's usually about 10 or 11. Got these for free from Almay. Those are great for fixing your cat eye or any like mistakes in your lipstick that you make. I've got some backup lashes in here. More backup lashes. These aren't like the greatest quality lashes, so that's why they're still in here, but they're nice to have in case you need a little something something. I like to keep extras of this. This is a fantastic, cheap foundation. I don't like to put coconut things on my face. I think it breaks me out a little bit, but I do love this stuff. I keep it in my bag for touch-ups. You can put this over makeup that's already on your face, and it usually looks pretty good. And then I just have like 1 or 2 backups of each drugstore foundation that I really like. Actually, I haven't tried this yet. So there's a few things in here I haven't tried that I'm just waiting to use up other things before I open them. And it smells like paint, but it looks beautiful. This is an awesome concealer. I really like this stuff. It doesn't make your under eyes look dry. Another foundation I'm a big fan of. I really like the Infallible Pro Grow. The Pro Grow? That's it. I have like a backup of each one, and then when I'm feeling like it's getting close to the time that I'm going to crack into my backup, that's when I start looking for the sales. So in here I have some backups of candles. These are my springier smells in here. This might have been a Black Friday deal. I can't remember. So I've just got some backups in here of my favorite hairspray and another one that I haven't actually tried yet, so holding on to that to give it a shot. Little backup of my hair root color. I have a backup Listerine, which is my favorite mouthwash. And then I have some mouthwash that is, you know, less my favorite, but was free nonetheless. But as you can see, lots of room in there because I recently filled this box up with donations. This is my backup shampoos. So this has some shampoos in it that I don't necessarily prefer to use, but I feel comfortable giving away. Like sometimes when I know like a product kind of sucks, even if it's free, you know, like even if it's a gift, I sometimes kind of feel like, in the interest of being able to give stuff away to people, I have kept a lot more shampoo than I probably need before the next deals roll around. At one point, I was literally swimming in these L'Oreals, but I have whittled the collection down from donation and giving stuff away. So now I just have a few of those conditioner and shampoo sets. I have some of these L'Oreal Evers. These are more expensive at the drugstore. I wasn't super blown away by them when I used them, but I didn't hate them either. So I have some backups. And I'm happy to give those away as well. I know a lot of people are trying to avoid sulfates, and this is sulfate free. I have a backup Nexus in here and some OGX that I actually haven't tried yet, and I'm looking forward to giving a shot at some point. So that's like my backup shampoo there. So that's like ready for, you know, giveaway or just backup use or whatever. I've got one more space to show you. Hey, the final destination on our Stockpile tour probably looks pretty similar to the last time that I brought you guys along in my Stockpile. This is my cleaning supplies. So I have a lot of overflow detergent in here, some Lysol, some air fresheners. I have quite a few bottles of these. A lot of this stuff I got at Dollar General. Dollar General, I feel like, has the best cleaning supply deals. I hate shopping at Dollar General. I hate my local store. The manager is an asshole. I have had just nothing but horrible experiences at Dollar General, and I'm not a vicious couponer. I don't argue. You know, I'm not a big corporate call. The only time I've ever called corporate has been at Dollar General because they were straight lying to my face. Anyway, so them being awful aside, this is basically where I got a lot of my cleaning stuff. So at some point I'm going to find a different Dollar General and probably take advantage of a few of their deals to restock when I need it. But as you can see, don't really need it right now. In here is some extra Persil and a whole buttload of dish detergent. I wish I could get in here a little more. So you'll have to take my word for it because I can't quite pull this out without pulling everything out, but there is about 15 bottles of Dawn and Palmolive dish soap in there. That's just like a grocery hand basket that somehow made it into my possession. Not really sure how. Then I kind of made this shelf this whole apartment is held together with duct tape. Got quite a bit of laundry soap. That is definitely something I have plenty of. There is some Pine Sol back here, and then more Persil. Persil's one of my favorites. I tend to use that or Tide. If you dig back in here some more, I have, ooh, I don't really want to lift that. Here I like to keep some of that fragrance-free stuff on hand for when I'm washing clothes that I sell on Poshmark. I don't want them to smell like anything in case somebody is sensitive about scents. Back here, there are some toilet bleach things in there. Got some Fantastic, one more Lysol, and then that is all laundry soap back there with some Febreze. So, open, there goes an air freshener. So as you can see, this is a little bit of a clusterfuck, but I'm not in here a whole terrible lot, so it's not really a big deal. So yeah, that's my little cleaning cave where I keep all of my cleaning supplies. And that is pretty much it for the household and personal care stuff. I'm not a huge food stockpiler, but in case you're curious, I do keep a reasonable amount of canned goods on hand, just because I get paranoid about snowstorms and not being able to leave the house or whatever. So I do like to keep a reasonable amount of canned stuff, but that's literally it. Like I've got like some backup condiments over here. So I don't hoard a lot of that stuff, but I probably should because that's probably important, right? Okay, so that's it. That's my minimalist stockpile. That just 7 minimalists just exploded around the world. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kidding. But I am taking on an air of minimalism this year. I have spent the last 6 months getting rid of stuff and donating things and just cleaning out my space, my mental space, my physical space, all the space. In my own way, it is a little bit of minimalism because by nature, I'm a little extra. Do you stockpile? Are you interested in stockpiling? Did you like the video? Did you hate the video? If you felt any of those first 3 things, let me know down below. If you hated the video, I don't really need to know. Thank you. I'm very sensitive. I hope you will join me again for the next one. I'm actually going to start working on replacing some of the holes in my stockpile. It might actually go out today or tomorrow. I have been watching my coupon videos again and taking notes and keeping an eye on the inserts. So the time is near for me to start replenishing. So you'll probably see a little bit of that soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to know how to save money in general on things. I do a lot of videos about like houseplants and weird things that I'm into, but you know, there's also a lot of money saving content in there. I like to consider that the prime of my channel. So if you're into that kind of thing, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to know when I upload things, just hit the little bell down there, and YouTube may or may not tell you. Who knows?